I'm live. Hello, YouTube. It took me forever to get this fixed, but finally we are live. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Live Series with Tope Aghomatse. Today or tonight, we want to discuss content that converts. Content that converts. Let me know where you're watching me from. If you're watching me within Nigeria, let me know. To end of today's live stream, my goal is to who are trying to leverage expand their reach, drive more traffic to their websites or their offers and all whatnot. So I know you are very particular about content that converts. So what is the difference between content and content that converts? Now, let us get into it. Number one is that most content that gets lots and lots of traffic, or not every content that gets lots and lots of traffic, is actually impacting your bottom line. I have videos like that on my channel, and I posted those videos when I didn't have this much clarity. And we have tons and tons of people online who have successful videos on their channels, but are not necessarily driving conversion with their content. Now, that is the meat of today's conversation. If you're excited to be joining me, hit the like button. If you're joining from YouTube, if you're watching the replay, hit the like button as well, and let me know that you were here. All right. Also, I want to specially inform you that my YouTube Masterclass is holding on Thursday, the 1st of May. All right. If you have not yet registered and you are in this bucket, you're a coach, you're a consultant, you're a thought leader, you're a creative professional, or you're a service-based entrepreneur trying to leverage YouTube to build your business. If you have not yet registered, you are wrong. Okay. So real quick, I'm going to post the link started or join the masterclass. I'm posting that right now in the chat on YouTube. If you're watching from Instagram, the link to join the masterclass is in my bio. All right. Okay, there's an error with the link. I don't know why. So let me delete it so it doesn't mess things up. Right. Okay. Now, if you're watching from YouTube, please visit youtubewebclass.com, right? www.youtubewebclass.com. I'm not sure why I'm seeing an error message on my screen. Maybe I should still post it again and just ignore the error message, I guess. And now let us see what this means. Content that converts. What does this mean? Right? What does this mean? I'm trying to be sure that this stream is actually live. Okay, I'll just continue. There's an error message on my screen on YouTube and it's extremely distracting, but I'll let it go, right? Now, let us get to today's conversation. Content that converts. I started by saying not every content that is performing well on YouTube is actually adding to your bottom line, right? If you're particular about driving leads, about landing clients, about selling your expertise to the point that you can attract people to, want to work with you or do business with you, then you are doing your content the right way, right? In the absence of that, you want to pay attention to today's class. Okay, now, as an entrepreneur, I found over the years that there've always been people who are intentional about their content on YouTube. Everybody looks the same, but some are more intentional than the others. Over the years, I've spent thousands of dollars buying high ticket offers from experts on YouTube, right? So give me a second. I need to remove the sound from my phone. Over the years, I have spent thousands of dollars buying high ticket products from people who I met on YouTube. I bought coaching programs, I bought online courses, I bought this and the other, network marketing. I've done the most. And these people would look like regular YouTubers to you, but they are not. While you can't see at face value which channel is implementing the right content strategy and which channel is not, well, I can, because I have experience and I know what to look out for. But most viewers cannot tell the difference between who is doing content that converts and who is not, right? While you can't see at face value who is doing content the right way, the results will tell the difference. Now, I would watch somebody's video, watch a couple others, and within a few days, I'm ready to buy. Like, that was the process for the first, for the second, for the third high ticket products I bought from YouTubers. I was ready for what they were selling, and I was just looking for the right person to partner with. I was looking for the right person who can coach or help me with the problem I wanted to solve. They were mostly business challenges. Okay, I wanted to learn this, I wanted to learn this. Now, those people were very intentional about what they were doing on YouTube. A few years ago, I ran a workshop, and I did have someone in one of my workshops who, after the workshop, was implementing one or two things, and she mentioned that she landed a high ticket client, or let me say she sold a $1,000. Yes, she sold a $1,000 offer from her channel to one of her viewers. And at the time, I checked her subscriber base, and she had just 300 subscribers. So this is crazy. Now, content that converts has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with, oh, whether your channel is big or, oh, it's small. Absolutely not. Your content will convert because you are intentional about making it happen. If you're not intentional about making your content take your viewers from viewing to paying you for your offers, from subscribers to becoming clients, you have not yet done the content strategy or your content strategy the right way. Now, at just 300 subscribers, she hit the sweet spot for one of her viewers and made $1,000. Her channel was not monetized, far, 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 far from monetizing. But she hit that mark by doing something intentionally on her channel. Now, let us see how this can play out for people who are ready to level up in 2025. If you are playing this game on YouTube and you want to do it the right way, this live stream is for you. Okay, now let us look at the common mistakes that hinder conversions. Okay, the common mistakes that hinder your content from taking your viewers from just viewing your content to eagerly wanting to partner with you, to eagerly wanting to work with you, to running into your funnels, booking a sales call, sending you a DM, and paying you for you to help them out. What are the common mistakes that people make in this journey or along this journey, right? If you are keen or you are very particular about this, let me know you're excited. Hit the like button on YouTube. Let me know, let me know, let me know. Right? Today's live stream started a bit slow, and I haven't yet gotten into my mojo, right? I'm still trying to find it because I don't like to have tech issues. Right? But here we are. So, common mistakes. Number one, the wrong topics. Wrong topics will lead you in the wrong direction. So I did mention in one of the earlier live streams, I think one of the live streams, particularly last week's live stream, I guess, that a lot of experts in they unconsciously sabotage their effort to land clients using their YouTube channels because they are running away. I think I did that in the live stream from 2 weeks ago. They are running away from adding enough value that can draw their viewers towards them. So they are being unhelpful or they are not being helpful enough to the point that their viewers can be like, whoa, I need to work with this person. Now, I have personally worked with them, people who are fighting the idea of sharing valuable knowledge on YouTube. And this is what happens. They end up avoiding useful conversations and dwelling on the sideline conversations, maybe mindset or trends or whatever. They're not teaching technical things. They're not dropping some valuable nuggets that can help their viewers go from point A to point B. And this is what happens because they're not sharing topics that help them showcase their expertise, then people don't appreciate their expertise. I'll repeat, not every content positions you as a thought leader. Or, well, maybe they'll generally position you as thought leaders or as a thought leader because you're talking about, maybe, for instance, if you're a chef, you're talking about food all the time and all that. Yeah. But there's some content that will not only let people know that, oh, this is your space, but will make your viewers appreciate how detailed you are, how sound you are, how knowledgeable you are about the topic, right? And so that is the beginning of creating content that converts. Now, one of the key steps in my content strategy session, because I hold content strategy sessions for clients who want me to help them out with that. And if you don't want me to do consulting one-on-one with you, you probably want to get into my program where it is part of your online course. One of the key things that you will resolve in your content strategy is exactly what you want to achieve with your channel. So yes, views and subscribers is granted. It's a no-brainer. You're going to get views and subscribers if you're doing your SEO and everything right. But what many people miss out on is that true conversion. So they've come, they've watched, they've liked, they've subscribed. Then what? Is being able to take your viewers from that point out of the platform into working with you. Now, it starts with treating the right topics. Okay? Treating the right topics. Another common mistake in the industry is lack of clear call to action. I know that our visionary experts, they are modest. I know you are modest. You want to keep things cool and, I don't want to look like I'm hungry or desperate. I know. But if you do not tell your viewers what you want them to do, if you do not tell your viewers what you want them to do, they will not move from where they are watching your videos into your funnel, right? So a lot of people, they are being modest. They're trying not to be salesy. I appreciate that, and that is key. But trying not to be salesy is different from not asking them to do anything, right? So a lot of people, their undoing is poor call to action or no call to action. Now, it's beyond doing the right topic. You also need to be able to make your viewers do what you want them to do after watching your YouTube video, right? We also have information overload. Information overload. Providing too much detail can overwhelm your viewers and deter them from taking action. I know you want to toot your horn. I know you want to prove how good you are on the subject. I know. But the problem is you have to do it tactfully. You have to do it in a way that each piece of information that they are getting is taking them closer to the decision you want them to make. So for instance, you want people who watch this YouTube video or who watch any video on your channel to go from watching your video to downloading your lead magnet, right? You want to make sure that you are taking them on a straight line from starting to watch your video to taking that decision. Where you branch and branch and branch and take a detour in the course of delivering your content, you are sabotaging that decision. You're sabotaging that move that you want your viewers to make. So it's beyond treating the right topics on your channel. It's also the intentionality behind asking them to do what you want them to do, clearly asking them to do what you want them to do because they don't when you don't ask, and also tactically giving them only the information that can take them to that point. That means you have to have super focused content and you have to make sure that your content is truly helpful. Now, one key thing with driving conversions on your channel is you need to build trust. As quickly as possible, you need to build trust. You need to earn trust from your viewers. So all that must play out in your choice of topic, in your mode of delivery, in how you're showing up, in what you're saying and what you're not saying, in what you're showing and what you're not showing, until you can achieve that with your audience, right? So overloading with information can detract from the path you want your viewers to take while they are watching your videos. We also have another common mistake, which is inconsistent messaging, right? When you mix your messaging, you can confuse your audience and dilute the effectiveness of your brand. So, for instance, if you are into real estate, right? Maybe you're teaching people about CFO, you're teaching people how to do the due diligence and all the stuff. And so that you do that for a week, and then a week after you go into financial policies in Nigeria because, oh, I'm into real estate, I should also talk about general finance. So you start talking about investments, and then real estate can be part of your options, but then you go into forex investments, you go into agric investments, and you're all over the place. You are not letting your viewers, you're not making it easy for your viewers to put you in a box, in a clear box, right? Not to restrict you, but to be able to see you as an expert. Now, I know you know by now that if you had two doctors stand in front of you, one is a neurologist, right? And the other is a general practitioner, the ones we meet in the hospital every day that treat common diseases, malaria, and everything. Ordinarily, if you had something with your nervous system, you would not want to defer. You would not want to go approaching the general practitioner, not because he would not have an idea, but because of trust. There's someone who says, I am a neurologist. That is my specialty. That's what I do every day, morning, afternoon, night, and I've done that for the past 10 years. There will be more trust with the neurologist than the doctor who has not spent that much time focusing on neurology. It's the same thing with content, where you want to build trust quickly, even if it is slowly. You need to be able to sustain your messaging. You need to be able to stay consistent, stay true to your message. Now, hit the like button if you're getting value. Hit the like button real quick. Let me know you're getting value, right? If this is making sense, let me know. And drop in the live chat if you have questions for me around this topic. I know you are afraid, okay, I don't know the kind of content I should put out there. I don't know if I'm going to make people move from watching my YouTube videos to now wanting to work with me. I don't know how to make that switch. I don't know how to. Drop your questions in the live chat and I'll be happy to help out. Okay. Now let's go into another common mistake. Thank you for joining on Instagram. I can see guys watching. Thank you. Now we also have neglecting audience engagement. Now, one key thing, which I have mentioned in one of the earlier live streams, one key thing about YouTube content or content generally is people want to see how much you care. Okay, so let me speak for YouTube now specifically. Your viewers want to see how much you care. If, for instance, you are selling a coaching program, one key thing with coaching programs is commitment, is being able to, be sensitive to the needs of your um, members, the members of your community or your coaching community, being able to sense their smallest needs and their biggest needs and their fears and their struggles, providing enough support that can help them actually get the transformation that you want them to, achieve. And they would test that. They would gauge that with your engagement on YouTube. It will be a sign for them that this person pays attention and cares. Now, there are so many other mistakes, dozens and dozens of other mistakes that people make that doesn't let their content take their viewers from YouTube into paying for their offers. I'm going to limit my point to this ones for the sake of time. Now, let me quickly go into strategies to create conversion focused content. Right? Strategies to create conversion focused content. Number one, understand your audience. Understand your audience. Research and identify your target audience needs, preferences, and challenges. Now, even though you have a core audience on YouTube, which is mandatory for you to have, it's also good to have a broad audience where people who are not as matured as your core audience can still be drawn into your content. They can still be groomed into your content. Let's look at it this way. If you were a relationship expert, for instance, and your core audience, the people that you are providing coaching for, right? The people you are providing coaching for are actually married people, those who've been married for less than 5 years, right? It's brilliant when you can meet people before they even get into that category. It's extremely brilliant when you can meet people already considering getting married, where you can be their go-to. They can know that, oh, this person is going to be somewhere ahead of our journey to help us work things out. But they're not yet in your core audience, but they're about getting into it. This is a strategy to expand your audience on YouTube and be able to nurture people to be ripe enough to work with you. Now, such people always stick around. Why? You were the one that created the awareness of the problem for them. Up until, meeting you, they were not aware that they had this kind of problem or that kind of problem. So they're like, okay, this person has let me realize or made me realize I need to look at something closely. What does that do for them? It makes them stick with you to learn more, right? It makes them stick with you to know, okay, now that I know this, what should I be doing with this information? And that is your golden opportunity to take them to the next level and the next level and the next level. And this comes from understanding your audience, understanding where they are in their buying journey, understanding that, okay, this person is ripe for my program. The person that should watch this video is ready to buy. The person that will watch this video is not very ready to buy, but I can groom this person to get to this point. And that expands your ability to reach a big audience on YouTube. I tell you, you can't easily pull that off on other social media platforms. But on YouTube, you can create funnels upon funnels, and that is the idea. So when I say marketing on YouTube, it's beyond posting for posting's sake. It's a lot bigger than that. It's a lot more serious than that. So let's consider marketing properly on YouTube has been at a pro level. And people doing things anyhow, just being random, being at a basic level. It's the same platform, but two categories of people are using it very differently. Come to think of it, Donald Trump leveraged heavily on YouTube for his presidential campaign. CNN is on the same YouTube, but here you are on the same YouTube. You don't have different buttons, you don't have a different interface, you don't have you are be able to upload videos the exact same way Donald Trump uploads videos, but you are being basic, you are being random, you are being regular. It's not a problem, it's about what you want. Now, understanding your audience and being strategic about approaching them with your content is key to driving conversions. Now, I already mentioned, having clear calls to action. I would not overemphasize that. You need to be clear on what you want your audience to do. Do not be shy to sell yourself. Yes, there's also the trap of overselling or over marketing. Do not fall into that trap either. But more often than not, visionary experts don't even market themselves enough. And I'm not talking about posting a whole advert on your channel, like a whole commercial. So they said we should market ourselves. Let me just put commercials on my channel. People don't come to YouTube to watch commercials. We don't open the YouTube app and be like, oh, today I just want to binge watch a bunch of commercials. That's not the case. So my point is, in the useful content that you are dishing out, you must be able to know how to drive your viewers to take particular action, right? And I already said it, provide value. Do not shy away from being helpful. If you're not helpful enough, you will not be convincing for your audience. They will in fact know that you have paid offers, but they will not flinch. They will not bat an eyelid. They won't even think twice about considering your offer because you don't look helpful enough. You don't look competent enough. Do you get it? So be truly helpful, right? Specifically, help in the direction where you want them to pay, right? Help them solve problems going towards where your paid offers are pointing to. Don't help people solve road problems and expect them to want to work with you for construction of buildings. It does not make any sense. If you want to give free value so that you can attract people who would be willing to, hire you to build for them, then your free help must be in the building space, right? Nowhere else. Not planting of flowers, not fixing, doing plumbing work or doing road works. No, in the actual core where you are solving the paid problems or where you're providing paid solutions, right? And then maintain consistency. Ensure your content aligns with your brand message, with your core values, and all the stuff. People are watching. They know the criteria they use to decide who is serious and who is not. And you don't want to be among the crop. In one of my earlier live streams, in fact, I think I've said this probably in 2 live streams before this one, that there's a difference between content creators on YouTube and actual experts on YouTube. It's their approach. If there's anything I look forward to being more random on my channel, I want to be more random on my channel because it's easier. It's easier to stand up, keep a satin bonnet on my head, not dress up, sit on my bed, set up my camera, no lights, and my hands shaking, and doing content without research, just opening my mouth and doing content. That's 10 times easier than the kind of content I create. But the problem, the kind of brand I want to build, I want my somebody that is detailed. I want my audience to see me as an expert. So I will come with research. I will come with true tested knowledge. I will come with, confidence. I'm not thinking, guessing, feeling, oh, guys. No, I'm very professional, focused, and serious because that's how I want to be perceived. Do you Do you see that? So you have to maintain consistency, ensuring that your content, the look and the feel, the tone of your voice, your appearance, your camera presence, the actual content, the actual value you're providing, and everything aligns with what you really want your viewers to see. Right now, if you have questions in this line, let me know real quick. If you have questions, I'm checking the live chat on YouTube. Let me know if you have questions. If you're getting value so far, smash the like button. Let me know that you are with me. Let me know you are watching with me. Smash the like button if you are getting value. Okay, I talk about being helpful. So one of the things with these live streams is they are more easygoing for me. They are more conversational, and I always try to create content like this every now and then, so that you're not seeing that stiff version of me all the time. It's intentional. Okay, so we are here. Let's chat. If you have a question around creating content that converts, put your question in the live chat real quick and let me see how I can be of help. Okay. If you're watching on Instagram, let me know your question, or let me see your question in the chat. And as you're typing, you can smash the heart as well. Let me know you're getting value. All right. Now, let us see if there are questions. While I'm waiting for questions, if you're yet to sign up or register for the masterclass coming up on Thursday, and you're sitting on this live stream, you're wasting a valuable opportunity. Okay, visit YouTube web class to help, or click the link in the live chat. All right, I want to see you in the class on Thursday. And please, this is strictly for serious minded people. If you are not a coach, if you're not a consultant, if you're not a trainer, thought leader, service provider, or a creative, don't bother yourself. The class is not for you. Okay, I'm looking for those kinds of people who are serious about leveraging platforms to drive growth for their businesses. Okay, and please join the class before we shut the doors. All right, we have limited seats, and if you are not in at the right time, you will miss out. Okay, I'm waiting for questions. And as I wait, let me see if I can drop one extra strategy as bonus, because there's no question yet on YouTube. Let me see the strategy I can give you as bonus. Maybe I'll just highlight the power of the platform. I know that a lot of thought leaders have a good idea how they can leverage YouTube. Where they are fixated is if it's really worth it, if it's really worth the stretch. I'll tell you with every ounce of life in me that it is worth every single extra effort. I'll tell you something. Look at your content on YouTube like real estate. Look at your content on YouTube like you are investing in real estate. It appreciates with time. That's how it works. Unlike your regular social media platforms, those are like commodities. You use the content and you are done. And you have to create the content you need to use for tomorrow and the content you need to use for the next quarter. That alone is one thing I'm going to leave you with tonight. I want you to process this. It's not the same. It's not the same. It has never been. If you're serious about building a global brand, specifically a global brand, and leveraging a special platform that can work for you round the clock, you want to take this masterclass seriously. In the absence of questions, I'd like to wrap things up. Thank you so much for your time. Once again, I apologize for joining late or starting late. Tech issues, right? But I'm glad you were able to join me. Hit the like button before you go. Let me know that you were here, okay? And thank you for watching. I'm going live again on Wednesday. That's the final live stream before the masterclass. Hang out with me this time, this station, Wednesday. All right. And let's hang out one more time before we get into the serious masterclass. Okay. Thank you and see you on Wednesday. Bye.